Bella Salon and Day Spa, located at 41 West Main Street in Northeast Pennsylvania, proudly supports Chautauqua Sunrise and its volunteers. More information at bellasalonanddayspa.net. Westfield Memorial Hospital provides high-quality health care to residents of Western New York, offering patients the most sophisticated medical advancements while keeping the ease and familiarity of a community hospital. Support for Chautauqua Sunrise has been provided by WRFA 107.9 FM, Jamestown's public radio station, streaming online 24/7 at WRFALP.com. Low power to the people. Funding is provided by a grant from New York State Senator Catherine M. Young, representing Western New York's 57th District with a local office in Olean. Chautauqua Sunrise is made possible by a grant from Fredonia Place, a continuing care retirement community providing dignity in a modern luxury environment. Meter's Restaurant, a family tradition for over 50 years in downtown Ripley, is a proud supporter of Chautauqua Sunrise. Meter's provides all-day dining, banquet services, and custom catering, specializing in pie. From the Access Channel 5 studios in Mayville, it's Chautauqua Sunrise. Chautauqua Sunrise is hosted by Doc Hamels and supported by the award-winning volunteers at Access Channel 5. Continuing the traditions of Senior Report, we are here to share local news, colorful interviews, and events of interest to everyone. Chautauqua Sunrise is broadcast live Saturday mornings each week, countywide, from 9 to 10 a.m. Join us by calling in live, emailing us, or checking out our social media. And now, from the Channel 5 studios, it's Chautauqua Sunrise.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday. I'm Doc Hamels, and you're watching Chautauqua Sunrise. Whew, what a beautiful weekend we have in store, and lots going on in Chautauqua County, and we're going to get to some of that here in a little bit. Just want to welcome everybody to the show this morning and hope you're doing well. The sun is shining, the snow has dissipated, but there's just enough for a beautiful weekend for winter festivals, and there's a big one right here just down the road from me here in Mayville. So if you have nothing to do today or tomorrow, you got to come to Mayville. The ice castle is built. It looks awesome. I was checking it out a couple times this week, and they've got all kinds of things. We're going to talk a little bit about that here in a minute, about going on throughout the day. So come to Mayville. It's the place to be this weekend. All right, I wanted to say hi to the folks over at Meter's Restaurant. The reason being is because Will and I played there for Valentine's Day this Wednesday, and we had a great time, and they were gracious hosts having us there. And I want to give a special shout out to the Stiers family. Hadn't run into them in a long time, old friends that were there. And the reason why they knew about it was because they heard about it, the event here on Chautauqua Sunrise. So I guess TV does make a difference. So that was lots of fun and a good time. Okay, a few things I want to get to right away is, first of all, before I forget, I want to say good afternoon to our listeners at WRFA, Tuesdays at 1 o'clock, 107.9, low power to the people. Thanks for having us, and thanks for joining us this afternoon. Many of you may not realize, but we're on the radio on Tuesdays, even though we're live right now, but they're going to rebroadcast us later on. So we got a great, important show in store for you on a topic that I think is going to be very interesting and very important to many of you that are going to check us out today, because the topic is going to permeate all of our lives, our families, and I think it's something you should know about. So please stick around. The next 3 weeks, I am going to be giving away tickets free. The show bought a bunch of tickets, and this is for a pancake breakfast for fighting polio, and we'll announce that here in a little bit. But I'm going to give away 2 tickets to anyone who calls today, and you're not going to actually get the tickets. They'll be at the door, and I'll tell you about that in a little bit. But I'm going to give these tickets away. If you call, you're the first caller. You can get 1 or 2 tickets, and call us at 753-5225. and just leave your name and your phone number. We'll put them on the back of the ticket, and we'll tell you all about this in a little bit, where to get it and where it's going to be. But it's going to be in Brockton, and it's going to be on March 10th, but I'll tell you more in a little bit. So phone lines are open, 753-5225, and we're going to give away tickets next week and the following week. So if you don't get it today, you have a chance next week. All right. So we got someone that's very special in the house today. He called in last week, and in such an important event, I said, Rick, you need to come in and talk to me in person. He showed up today. He looks like the boys of summer. So, Rick Syper, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Doc. How are you?
I'm good. It's good to see you again. You know, I think the last time I saw you, we were out in the middle of a snowstorm trying to park cars for the Winter Festival with my Rotary Club.
Many years ago.
Many years ago.
Absolutely.
But you're here for a whole different reason. So why don't you tell us about what's going on?
The Drake McCain benefit next Saturday from 2 to 6 at the American Legion in Mayville. We're going to have door prizes and a lot of spaghetti.
A lot of spaghetti. Meatballs?
Meatballs, too, if you want them.
Okay. Now, what's this all about? I mean, what's it for?
Drake McCain's a young man in Mayville that came down with leukemia in October.
Oh, boy.
He's been going through treatments up at Children's Hospital. He's waiting to get his bone marrow tested. His counts are kind of low still. So they're trying to, if his counts come up, they hope to do next week some aggressive stage 3 test on the...
Okay. Okay. So it's all part of the regimen to get better?
Yeah.
All right. And how old is Drake?
I think he's 12.
I think, no, I was thinking about what I had announced last week, yeah. And he's a student right here at Chautauqua Lake Central School in Mayville.
Yep.
And he's from Mayville, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Just right around the corner.
So, I'm trying to think. So, people, they can do takeouts?
Yep.
And how do they get tickets? Are there pre-sale tickets? Or they
There
just
are
give them-
pre-sales tickets out there, but we're thinking that most of them will be at the door.
Okay, it's going to be at the...
American Legion in Mayville.
That's the one right on Main
Right on
Road.
Main Street, South Erie
I
Street.
get the two, the Legion and the
Yeah.
VFW mixed
Yep,
up.
South Erie Street.
Okay, so you got a poster there. Maybe people, you can hold that up because sometimes, whoa,
Well, not very well.
live TV here. Why don't you zoom in on that? Because a reason why I say this is because a lot of times people will see things like at the supermarket or the post office. I'm sure you have posters up. And we want to point this out so that if you see this poster, they'll give you more information and so on. So, and is there a phone number people could call if they want more information?
They can give me a call at 753-2787.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us about it? Why are you dressed so scantily today?
Because it's beautiful out.
Because it's beautiful
This is
out.
Mayville and sunny.
And sunny. Some of us can flaunt our legs. Mine are, no. We'll just stay covered. Okay, anything else, Rick? One more
Just
time.
Thank you for having me and
absolutely.
promoting this
And
and
it's next Saturday.
next Saturday.
2 to 6 at the American Legion. Oh, how much are tickets? We didn't talk about that.
$10 for a single and $20 for a family of 4.
Okay, very good. And we want to just give a shout out to Drake. Hopefully you'll see this sometime or another, and we hope you get well real soon and that the treatments help a lot. All right, Rick, you take care and think about a jacket. All right, very good. That was Rick Syper. He's been a mover and shaker here in Mayville for many years on lots of different projects, and we hope that folks get out there and support that great fundraiser for Drake. Okay, we have a few other things that we're going to talk about here, so we'll get right to it, and let's see what we got here. Our friends over in Jamestown want me to let you know, over at Infinity, they have their 4th annual art market and auction. Okay, the event supports area artists by giving them a market to showcase and sell their arts. There we go. There's the poster for it. All while raising funds to support youth music and arts instruction at the Infinity Visual and Performing Arts Center. The fundraiser, which is held at the Infinity Arts Cafe, will take place on Saturday, March 10. The auction features art from locally crafted artists. And the auction will also have pieces that, wait a minute, hang on, I always get this goofed up. All right, you have the sale and then you have an auction. Here we go, I got it now. More than 20 artists are going to participate this year, and you're going to have somebody doing a chainsaw carving, a gentleman named by Vince Luizo, and also pottery, in ceramics from Carol Hay, which were created by her late husband, Doug Hay. For more information, give them a call at 664-0991 and talk to Mariah Melendi. All right, we're going to pass over a few things that we've talked about in the past, and I just looking at some of these things that are more close up to right now. All right, let's talk about President's Day weekend. I mentioned the Winter Festival with Rick while he was here, and that's taking place today and tomorrow. It started yesterday, but let me just give you a real quick rundown on what are some of the things that are happening here. You've got food and craft vendors down there, probably right now. You've got a kids' corner for edible crafts. That sounds interesting, from Wegmans. A children's fishing pond, Lego play area, snowflake art craft by the Girl Scouts. Festival logo scavenger hunt is taking place. Mayville Merchants Winter Festival events include the following. Mini book sale. The VA Mobile Veterans Center trailer is going to be on site. The Township Historical Museum is open as well. A Reverie Creamery cheese shop is going to have some specials going on. Webb's Cottage Collection Winter Sale. I mean, these are right around the area here. A Rainbow the Clown will be there. Cold Water Rescue. Is your father jumping in the lake this year? All right, I don't know. We don't know what Randy is or isn't. He did that one year. I still can't believe he jumped in there. Well, they have their polar bear swim there. Chainsaw carving by Vince the Tree Guy. Horse-drawn rides by Magic Moments. Snowmobile rides. Polar plunge that I mentioned. Chili cook-off. There's going to be a snowball distance throwing contest. How far can you throw a snowball? Depends on. I have no. There must be a strategy to it. A pet parade. Don't tell Max. There's going to be a bonfire at 6:30. That'll be fun. There's a flare parade, weather permitting, always the winds and things. And fireworks by the Skylighters at 10 o'clock. There's going to be the Porcelain Bus Drivers at the Lakeview Hotel live music. And tomorrow there's going to be a volleyball tournament and all kinds of other things. Children's golf, fishing, and snowmobile demonstrations, a lot of the other things that we're talking about. Porch Hill Gallery is going to be available. I'm trying to think of anything else that I didn't mention. So a lot of things I mentioned that's happening today is going to happen again tomorrow. So check it out. It's a lot of fun, and the weather's going to be great. Yes, the VA Mobile Center will be there, excuse me, on both days. Okay, let's move ahead. Excuse me, gosh. 37th Annual Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame Induction Dinner. The only thing I want to tell you is it's sold out. Because we've been talking about it, and I don't want you to think you can get a ticket because Randy Anderson completely blew the top off it, and it's a great event down there at the Rod and Gun Club, so good on them. Okay, there's a new one. Sassy Bags and Beyond Blingo will be held February 21. Okay, who's doing this? Those planning to attend should park in the rear of the building. Now, who's doing this? Wait a minute, I'm lost. Who's doing this? Oh, the Resource Center. All right, let me start this again. Wednesday, February 21st. Doors will open at 6 p.m. and the Blingo games starting at 7. Those attending should plan to attend should park in the rear lot and use the far left entrance at the back of the building. The event will feature 11 games of bingo with handbags from Betsy Johnson, Anne Klein, and London Fog. The only one I recognize is London Fog because they have coats. They have raffles in between. I'm trying to get the location. Okay, the admission is $20. Included is the cost of admission for the games, light refreshments, and a chance to win a door prize. Each person will receive an admission packet containing 4 chances to win for each of the 11 bingo games. Additional packets will be available for purchase, and everyone who buys an extra packet will receive a $5 gift certificate from the main landing and Sauron. The restaurant also is providing gift certificates to be used as raffle prizes. The event is being organized by Filling the Gap, which works with the Resource Center to improve the lives of people with disabilities in Chautauqua County. Money raised through Sassy Bags and Beyond Blingo will benefit the Look Good Fund, the fund established by a former area resident and the Resource Center board member Margaret Look, who wanted people with disabilities to be able to obtain money for such things as a haircut or new clothes. And please help me, guys. Where's this going to be held? I don't have that on my write-up. Does anybody see that? We're scouring about. I guess it's going to be held at the center. All right, it's at the Resource Center. Okay, it's at the Resource Center. Okay, I don't write these things, so I just want to make sure that we have it. So it's 200 Dunham right there at the Resource Center. Okay, very good. All right, let's pop up one more time. The number 18, the Drake McCain Fundraiser. We want to make sure that everybody remembers that's coming up February 24th. And there's Drake. He's dealing with leukemia, and we hope that he does real well soon. Okay, moving along. Rolling Hills Radio Show. Ken Harley, who is not foreign or strange to us here at the show, he's the producer of Rolling Hills Radio. He's going to have Tom Paxton. I've had my tickets for a month. Tom Paxton is just one of those awesome folk legends in American music, and he's going to be here in Jamestown on February 26th at 6:30 at Shawbucks for a one-night-only performance. He'll be accompanied by the Don Juans. Tom has performed worldwide in venues as diverse as Greenwich Village Coffee Houses, Albert Hall in London, Carnegie Hall in New York, well, some of the places that I usually play. In addition to his own 50 albums of original songs, he's got 50 more than I do. Hundreds of artists have recorded his songs, including me, Bob Dylan, Dolly Parton, Johnny Cash, Joan Baez, Willie Nelson, and Judy Collins. Even the opera star Placido, here we go again, Domingo, incorporated Paxton into his repertoire. Okay, so when's this going to be? This is going to be February 26th. You can get your tickets online through the Chamber of Commerce, Chautauqua Chamber of Commerce, which is chautauquachamber.org/events. I believe the tickets are $25, which is really very reasonable for someone of his caliber. For more information, give him a call at 484-1101. And I think we're going to be able to talk about this one more time next Saturday. So check it out. That's going to be February 26th. Tom Paxton live in Jamestown. Okay, then slide 20, we got the 80s Rewind Party and Cash Raffle. Okay, here we go. Hold on to your perms and grab your leg warmers. Community Helping Hands. Amy Roller used to be with them, and now there's some other folks, but they're having a big fundraiser. It looks like fun. It's going to be an 80s Rewind Party, and it's going to be at the Chautauqua Suites right down the street from here on March 3rd from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Preparations are well underway for this first annual signature fundraising event benefiting Community Helping Hands in Jamestown, which is a not-for-profit organization providing emergency assistance to local families in need and a youth family center offering a variety of activities since 2001. Proceeds will help Community Helping Hands provide a hand up to our community when they need it most. There's going to be a bunch of prizes, and we'll talk a little bit more about this next week. But if you're interested in participating, all right, you can get tickets at Trinity Guitar over in Jamestown, Labyrinth Press Company, Community Helping Hands over on Water Street, Scott Nikas of Events by Scott, and you can give them a call. Also, Community Helping Hands at 487-1488. And I'm just looking here to see anything more on that. Okay, so that sounds like a lot of fun. If you're interested, check it out. It's a great fundraiser. A lot of fundraisers this month coming up. Okay, the one I talked about earlier about the free tickets, 2 free tickets. You call in 753-5225. We're going to give away, and that is for the Rotary Club of Westfield Mayville, and it's a charity fundraiser to end polio. Our club, it's my club, has been fundraising for the last year to raise $10,000 that will be matched through the Melinda and Bill Gates Foundation plus the Rotary District. And anyways, it's going to raise a lot of money, and this is the last of the fundraisers for this particular stretch. It's going to be held on March 10th from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Brockton Central School cafeteria, and tickets are $7, better yet, $7 for adults. Children ages 6 through 12 is 5, and if you got little guys under 5, they're free. All right, tickets at the door are 8 and 6. I can hardly read that. 85, and again, free. For more information, give Janice Burkhouse a call, 397-8801. You can call here. I'll give you information. And again, if you want 2 free tickets today, call before 10 o'clock, and we'll give them away. Just give us your name and phone number. All right, I'm going to skip that for now, and let's see. Let's do a mark your calendar. Let's go to slide 24. Okay, we've got the 17th Annual Basket Fair. This is for St. Susan Center. This is going to be held Saturday, March 17th, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Drawings at 2 p.m. The tickets are $10 for 12 baskets. You get tickets. You get 12 tickets for $10 and plus 2 door prize tickets. This is complicated. $20 gets you 30 basket tickets and 4 door prizes. Only Jeff Smith would make it complicated for me to say. Grand prize tickets are $10 each and 3 for $25. Food and beverage at the Comfort Cafe. There's going to be music by DJ Prime Time. And for more information, another fundraiser and fun time is 664-2253, 664-2253 at St. Susan Center. So that's all we're going to talk about today. We have a lot more we're going to talk about next week to talk about for March. So listen, we got a great video here that's going to introduce the topic for today. So stay tuned, watch this, and I'll be right back.
I'm Frank Bursick, Executive Director of Chautauqua Adult Day Services.
We're a day program for older adults. Our goal is to help people remain at home, give caregivers a break from caregiving. At the same time, they're able to maintain employment.
We have 4 locations. We have the Alzheimer's unit, which is in Jamestown, which is the President Center. We have the Taft Center in Jamestown. We have a Dunkirk facility and one in Westfield as well. We would go in the morning and pick them up at their home. We would then bring them into the center where they would have a hot breakfast, and then they would be involved in activities throughout the day. They would also have an opportunity for a hot noon meal, and then we would go into the afternoon as well. All of our facilities are handicap accessible, as well as transportation to get to and from the program. All of the facilities are a little different. So the Jamestown facility has a Saturday program, so they're open 6 days a week. Dunkirk is open 5 and Westfield 3 days a week. Schedules depend on the person. So if someone wants to come a half day, they can come a half day. If they want to come a full day, some folks choose to come maybe Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Others choose to come 5 days a week, some 6 days a week. So it just depends on what you would like for the schedule for your loved one. We do have funding available depending on the situation. We are a United Way community partner, so we have a scholarship program. We also work with the Office for Aging to supply funding for individuals. Whichever facility you would decide that you would want your loved one to go to, we have case management there and social workers who would help you.
We've also recently expanded our Latino Outreach to Seniors program. We wanted to expand from 1 day of providing translation and interpretation services.
I do have bilingual staff. They're there to assist them if they need it. Not only is it good for the client to attend, but it is respite for the caregiver as well. They can do what they need to do, go pay bills, maybe go to lunch, whatever they need to do, and know that their loved one is safe and secure.
It's a very comforting thing to know that I can go to work or leave my home for the day and know that they will be cared for. And I have no worries, so it's a win-win for everybody.
You have to be there for the older adults because they're the ones who have gotten things going in the community, have been here, and they deserve to have the services that we provide to help them remain at home.
I think one of the more important things is that they don't have to stay home alone. So it's so important for people to open up and think about coming out and making new friends and being with people. At Chautauqua Adult Day Services, every day is a good day.
To what we're going to be talking about today, and I'm not the pro on this, but we have 2 folks that are in the studio right now. They're going to join me here in a second. They're going to talk about Adult Day Services. So good morning to Andrea Polowy and Karen Lux. How are you?
Great. Thank
Great,
you.
all set? I had a dramatic pause there for a second. I thought, was I supposed to say anything else? But I wasn't. So this all began for me when I was at a Rotary Club meeting some time ago. I don't even remember when it was. Summertime, maybe? Late fall. And Andrea was giving a presentation to our club, and I said, we need to talk about this. We need to get this message and information out through my show to the rest of the community, because I know of situations all the time. I was sitting in a situation yesterday where I was listening to two sisters talking about their mother and about things. We have family members that have need for this, and I'm not going to talk about what it is, but that's where it all started, right? Mm-hmm. So thank you for coming along. So let's start with the boss. Okay, she's the boss lady, right? So you told me that you've been with the agency for a couple of years.
Yes, I have.
How many?
26 years.
Wow.
Yes.
All right. So a career. Karen, what brought you to this agency, and what's your background?
Well, I used to work in drug and alcohol, and I worked across the hall from Chautauqua Adult Day Services, and one day they came in and said to me, would you mind filling in for our mental health clinician? And I said, sure. She was going to have surgery. And here I am 26 years later. I love the program. I believe in it. We have an excellent program that we offer to all of Chautauqua County, and it really has been a great career for me.
Awesome. Okay, and we're going to dig and drill down deeper into the program and things, because we got more than a half hour to do that. Andrea, what do you do there?
So I'm a social worker. So I work primarily in Jamestown, but I also work in Dunkirk as well. So I'm a social worker for 3 of the 4 centers.
Okay, and what does a social worker do? I mean, that's sort of like, say, I'm the official nice person. I mean, what does a social worker do?
Paperwork. No, I'm kidding. There's way more to it.
There's always paperwork. There's always, because when you do fundraising or you work with agencies, there's always paperwork.
Yeah. So we do a lot of referrals. We get somebody in the door, and we want to make sure we can find funding for them. We most certainly do the best that we can to ensure, things aren't a financial burden. We try to find resources that they may need, any referrals, any day-to-day problems, if they need any help with, making appointments or scheduling, anything like that. We really try to.
So you're like a case manager, a
Yes.
go-between, and that sort of
Yes.
thing? Okay. All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to start scratch. First second of the discussion is, why is this service even around, and what's the purpose of it? So let's go with that. Karen?
All
Let's
right.
so everybody knows what we're talking about. We're talking about Chautauqua Adult Day Services. You changed your name, you told me.
That's correct.
All right, services, broad-based. So why is this even around?
Okay, well, like I had said before, we have been around, this will be our 36th year.
Okay.
So we've been serving all of Chautauqua County, and I think that's really important to say. Even though our
Absolutely.
administrative offices are in
Well,
Jamestown.
you gotta be somewhere.
That's right. We serve Dunkirk, Westfield, and we have 2 facilities in Jamestown. We have an Alzheimer's and dementia-specific site in Jamestown as well. So as we talk about this program, it's a time for people to get out of their home and to be with other folks and socialize and be stimulated throughout the day.
What people?
It's for seniors 60 and older, but if
Okay.
we have someone out there who's interested in the program, who maybe lost their husband or have had a stroke, many different situations, we're always willing to talk to folks and see if we can help them in some way and find a place close to them that they can go throughout the day and have activities. That we have a hot noon meal, we serve breakfast every morning, we have transportation. So we have a lot of different things going on, and we're there to help the seniors here in Chautauqua County.
Okay, so the person that you help is really 2 people.
Absolutely, because we give respite to the family, and then the participant themselves can come and enjoy a full line of activities throughout the day.
As I grow older, and that's my goal,
Okay?
my goal is to keep growing older, I see family members, friends, people out in the community, shopping, whatever. You'll see a wife, perhaps with a husband that's struggling physically. You'll see the reverse, a husband dealing perhaps with a wife with dementia or Alzheimer's or something. And we think, oh, they're being so brave. They're doing such a nice job, and oh, look at them at the restaurant or whatever. And this is where I'm going with it. You ready? This is where I'm going with it. And folks that are listening and watching, this is where I'm going with this. Is we think, oh, we could do that. We could help. So maybe we help out for an hour or two. We go home to our regular lives. The spouses, the family members, this is 24/7.
Absolutely.
Okay? And the impact of the change in the other person that's afflicted affects the caregiver, the husband, the wife, to great degrees. And this is the message that I want to get out today, okay? That there's help. And this is a great way to do it.
Absolutely.
Okay? I'm not going to do the show. I'm going to interview you. But that's the message, because I see people struggling all the time. I don't know what to do. And after I heard you, I said, did you check out the Chautauqua daycare services? And we can't afford it. Oh, I don't know anything about it. Blah, blah, blah. So let's pretend we have somebody that needs help, a family. How do they begin?
They would call the social work department.
At?
Well,
Let's throw out some prime
I'll
numbers.
give you my number.
All right, give me
When
your
don't
number.
call me.
All right, what's the number?
665
Yep,
4899.
4899. Okay.
And then you would hit option 2.
Option. Oh no.
Yep.
Option 2.
Extension 3. That's me.
Okay. All right.
And if I'm not the right person, because we do have other case managers, then I will point you in the right direction.
Okay. So before that person makes that phone call, who should call you?
Well, families can call me. A potential participant themselves can call. If you know somebody, we get referrals from kind of all over the place. But
Okay.
Anybody that has an idea that they'd like us to reach out to somebody just to provide information, we can do that.
All right. And are they committed when they make that phone call that they have to get involved?
Absolutely not.
All right. So ring ring. Hello, this is Andrea. So now what happens next? So what do you do?
So I would get a little bit of information, and then we would offer a tour, just because we want the person to be comfortable, we want the families to be comfortable, to understand we're a safe environment, to understand what we offer, what we're about. So, we'd encourage them to come in for a tour, and then if this is something they want to pursue, then we would, get them set up. And
Okay, Karen, to you. So let's say it's the wife that calls of a spouse that's had some physical disability or has had a heart attack. What are we talking? What are the conditions that people come to you in?
All different types
All
of
different
conditions.
types. All right.
Absolutely. So anyone listening today should just think, could that program work for us? We should give Andrea a call or give myself a call and see if the program works. We're a United Way community partner, and we work very closely with the Office for Aging. And I think that's really important, because as Andrea is talking about this, people think they can't afford the program. No one is denied the program because of finances, and I think that's one of the great things about Chautauqua Adult Day Services. No one's denied this service if they're appropriate for the program.
Okay, so again, the wife calls, talks to Andrea. Oh, this sounds wonderful. Then they go to their spouse and say, God, great news. We got this program, and they're going like, what are you talking about? You're going to do what? You're going to ship me out? What? There's got to be some issue here. I mean, if my wife just would walk into the room and say, oh, by the way, Doc, she wouldn't call me Doc, she'd say John, or other things. I got good news. You don't need to be frittering away watching TV all day. We're gonna go to a facility. I'm going like, whoa. I'm still an adult here. Don't I get a voice in this? So how does that work?
Absolutely, that happens a lot. People are very apprehensive about coming to the program, don't see themselves as a part of this program. But once someone comes and tours the program and sees that we're really a family. So when people come, we try to make them feel a part of our family. And I think that and the activities that we offer throughout the day are amazing. If someone wants to do woodworking, we do woodworking. If they want to do leatherwork, ceramics, we have a lot of different activities throughout the day. So that's why Andrea encourages people to come in for for a tour. That's the answer, really, because you will sit at home and not think that you're right for that program. But if you can come in and take that tour, it makes a big difference.
Okay, back to Andrea, social worker. You get into people's heads. All right. So those that are the lunkheads out there, the hardheads, they're probably saying that's not for me. They might even left the room by now. They're not even watching me on TV. All right. They might say I'm not doing this. All right. What are the conditions that we should be thinking about? Why would they want to do this? Why? I mean, this is sort of like, why take the medicine? Why is this going to make you better? Why is it going to make you feel better? Why is this going to make your quality of life better?
Well, I have to think that, coming to the program is so much more beneficial, and it improves your quality of life. I mean, I find it hard to believe that sitting at home by yourself all day long is very stimulating. Yes, you have a television, but you're not getting the social interaction. You're not getting, out into the community with your, with other peers. You're not getting involved. Whereas if we can get you in the door, we have some people that drive themselves. It's just so they don't have to be home alone, So you're coming in, you're doing the things that you might not necessarily want to do by yourself. So you're coming in, you're doing the meaningful activities, you're building the relations with other people. There's just, once we get you in the door, we most certainly try to come, if you have an interest in doing something, we most certainly try to accommodate and set up the things that are of interest.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is number one public enemy for folks as they get older is isolation. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
We lose a spouse, we get debilitated so we can't get out as much. Our world shrinks, doesn't it? When we lose a spouse, a family member, we tend to withdraw perhaps, and that's not healthy. I think if we want to live longer lives and fulfill our life and move on, it sounds like we need to get involved. Chautauqua County is kind of rural. I would think this would be an issue for folks. Isolation. Is it, Karen?
Absolutely. And being rural, one of the things I want to promote is we do have transportation at all of our facilities, and we have escorts that go out on the buses. So when someone comes to our program, say they don't drive or the spouse decides they can't bring them in, we'll come out to the home, pick them up. We have an escort, and that escort stays with that person throughout the day. So that's really a great program to have someone stay with you throughout the day so that you're not as nervous in your apprehensions. So we offer that, and we also work with CARTS, our public transportation here in Chautauqua County, which is also a great system as well. So if it's outskirts where we can't go, we rely on CARTS to take care of that for us.
Okay, back to Andrea. So she's got the person on the phone, and the other person is in the background grumbling, says, well, I can't go because I have a walker. Is that an issue?
Absolutely not.
See, now I'm not thinking of excuses. I'm in a wheelchair. You can't get me going. How are they going to get me there?
Well, our buses are wheelchair accessible, so we have a lift. They won't even have to get out of their wheelchair, so we can get them in the door.
I'm embarrassed. I'm just going to stay home. I don't want anybody to see me in my wheelchair and all that sort of thing.
I would assure the person that there are, we can accommodate anything. There are probably more people that attend the program, that are more like this person than they would even realize unless they come and visit.
All right, tough question. Medical needs. Maybe, I don't know, catheters, oxygen.
Oxygen, no problem. Do you want to talk about the staffing and what we can accommodate?
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of reasons why someone's going to say I can't go.
Okay. Absolutely. Someone may say that. We do have personal care aides at every facility. We do have HHAs, home health aides as well.
Okay.
So if someone needs personal care, whether it be a catheter or other, we're not a medical model, but there is, pending the situation and the individual, we can work with them.
Okay, and I've noticed as I grow older, the doctor seems to think I need to take a pill for something or other. So what happens with medications?
With medications, they need to bring them in. They're labeled with their name on them, what they are, and what time they're to be taken, and we can give them a reminder.
Okay. Now I'm gonna touch on a very sensitive topic, and in fact, I texted you recently about this, and you gave me a response. All right. Okay, here we go. I'm going to say it out loud, everybody. As people get older, the body begins to break down, and sometimes we don't have good function and control. People sometimes have to wear Depends, or they become incontinent and so on. Can they go to the program?
Most certainly.
Okay.
No problem.
So far, I've come up with no objection to go. I have vision problems. I have hearing problems. No.
No problem.
No problem. I'm thinking, can anybody else think of a reason why I couldn't go? Not me personally, but All right. So for those who are listening and watching right now, I've run out of excuses. Except, it costs too much. I don't have any money. How's that work?
Well, we have several different funding sources. So we would, look at the person's finances and try to, plug them into, a certain funding source. And if not, we'll work on a sliding scale fee, and we would come up with something that the person is comfortable with.
We have several contracts with different agencies, so if there's a veteran out there listening today, we have funding through the VA.
Do you know how many veterans are in Chautauqua County?
I'm sorry, I don't.
We do, because we have them here all the time. 11,000 veterans in Chautauqua County. I don't know age-wise, but there's got to be a couple older ones.
Absolutely, and we have funding available for them through the VA. So if someone's interested in their veteran, they should take advantage of that. It supplies their transportation, their meal during the day, and a full line of activities.
So what you're saying, if you're a veteran in good standing, this is free?
Mm-hmm. You have to, there is some requirements. You have to have a VA doctor here in town.
Okay.
Or you can go to Buffalo or Erie, but
There you
yes.
go. All right. So the veterans are covered. Okay. Medicare, does that kick in anything or
No,
not
it
much?
does not.
Okay.
No, it does
Insurances? No?
There's managed long-term care.
Okay.
So we work with providers through there. We also work with the Office for Aging, United Way, and all of our referrals go through New York Connects as well.
You know what? I don't know if she's going to call in today, but Linda Spalding calls in here all the time from the Office for the Aging, so maybe she'll call in and we'll have a chat with her and get her connection on this. But we talk about that New York Connects all the time. This is such an important topic here right now. So how about a success story? You got the person in, they finally begrudgingly came. So have you had any aha moments or thank you, you did well, Andrea? I mean, do you have any success stories?
We've had so many. We've had so many success stories.
Pick one.
The one that comes to mind is that there was a husband and wife couple, and the husband suffered a stroke. So all of a sudden, their entire life has just turned upside down.
Yeah.
The wife still had to go to work, and the husband isn't as able to get around and isn't able to communicate as he could before. What happens to the husband? So luckily they found our program, and he has really come out of his shell. He's a wonderful man, and the wife is just able to be at peace, and was able to finish out her duties at work, and was able to retire, and everything was just,
and move on.
Yeah, and they're in great places, and it's just so rewarding to see somebody from the beginning of their process to where they are now.
Some people might think this is just a big babysitting service, and it's not. This is way far beyond that, it sounds to me. One of the things that comes to my mind, just knowing situations, and I had encouraged my dad at the time, before he passed away. He lived to a ripe old age of 94, and he just never saw himself in need of any services. I mean, he just was a very independent guy, right to his last breath, practically. But my biggest concern for my dad was not socialization or anything like that, was safety. Somebody to have eyes on him from time to time, or where he could do things in a safe environment, Does that play into any of this, the safety factor for you guys?
Absolutely. We have a safe, secure environment. Even in our dementia and memory loss unit, You know, we make sure that all of our facilities, we are programmally staffed well, so that we make sure that.
Okay, you just said something I didn't know about. All right, tell me about the dementia unit. I don't know anything about this.
That is located at 358 East Fifth Street in Jamestown. We serve up to 12 people per day in that unit. And let me tell you about success stories.
Sure.
There's where you see many of them. You have a caregiver who's been married to her husband for 60 years, and he comes down with Alzheimer's. She doesn't want to place him. She can't place him. It's just, you know, she spent her whole life basically with that man. And to see those caregivers bring in their loved one is a very touching and rewarding program that we can offer that to them, to be in that safe, secure environment during the day and to give them a break.
I sense the caregivers are reluctant sometimes to move in your direction because of guilt, because they feel they should do it. They feel that they're handing over their loved one to a system. You deal with guilt? People that are reluctant because they feel that they should be doing it and they're hesitant? Andrea?
I think there's, you know, in the beginning, we see some hesitation, and sometimes, you know, the person attending is having a blast, and then, you know, we're seeing
so much for the guilt. You know, like, wait a minute, a little competition here.
I do see sometimes where you need a little bit of a transition period. You know, I do see some guilt sometimes, but I think as the caregiver grows more comfortable with us. And, you know, we encourage families to stop by any time, come check in, come see what we're up to. You know, you'll see how involved we try to get your loved one to be, and how, you know, we really do see a lot of people just truly come out of their shell. So, you know, we want everybody to be comfortable. So, you know, we do see that in the beginning, but really, a lot of times, you watch a caregiver become very hesitant to very at ease.
Okay. Folks, you're watching Chautauqua Sunrise, and my guests today are Andrea Polowy, who's a social worker, and Karen Lux, and they are, what's your title? You're like chief lady there?
I'm the associate director.
Associate director.
Of course I am the chief
You're the
personnel.
chief. Always. The associates are always. Of the Chautauqua I'll get this right. Chautauqua Adult Day Services. All right.
Correct.
And if you have a question for them, I know you're listening, I know you're watching, give us a call at 753-5225. We have a slew of pictures that y'all sent me, so maybe we can pop them up randomly, reference them, and tell us where they are, what they're doing, so people get a little feel. But remember, we also have people listening on the radio, so we'll describe the picture a little bit. How's that? Okay, Jeff, we ready? Let's roll those pictures. Anytime, Jeff. All right, what we have is a series of pictures from the various locations, and there's the first one. So I'm going to guess this is Jamestown.
Yes.
And this is at a church near the cemetery. Am I right?
This is our center, our TAP center on Lakeview Avenue.
So what's going on?
This is just kind of, you know, what our room, you know, you can see what our room is. You can see that there's several different activities going on.
Also, the nice easy chairs, we want to make it a home-like setting, so you can see that some people are just there and just relaxing, taking in the day.
What it looks like to me is it looks like almost like a party. I mean, it looks like everybody's like talking and hanging out. And again, for those that are listening right now, I see walkers, wheelchairs. I see people just cruising. I see a lot of white hairs, gray hairs. I see caregivers, I'm sure, because they're younger. And there seems to be a high ratio of those in the room as well. But right now we're looking at, I don't know, 25 people in the room, so it looks like it's pretty busy. Okay, we have a caller, but let's do one more picture and then we'll go to our caller. Okay. Oh, what are we doing here? One of my favorite things to do.
Absolutely. This is always a joy. When folks can go down in the kitchen and make their favorite recipe, they really enjoy that. So we have two ladies on the screen here who come to our program, and they're down in the kitchen making a snack for us today.
You know, that's one of the things, even in my household, my wife and I, we had 4 kids. They don't come around hardly anymore because they're busy with their lives. And so, the fun and the art of cooking has sort of gone away. And no matter what I cook, it seems to be foreign to my wife. So it's fun to do some recipes that you like to do and share it because it's like a hobby. It's an art form. Okay. So let's come back to the guest here and let's take a phone call and see what's going on. Good morning, caller.
Well, good morning, Doc.
I told you she was going to call.
Good morning to your guest from the Adult Day program. It's great to see you on the show. I've known Karen for years.
I'll step out and you all can have your little conversations as usual. Linda knows everybody that I know.
And we also have our participants there, and that is one of their very favorite sites. They love going there.
And what do they do there? What do your...
They usually, aren't they like activity aids, Karen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they are.
So they're helpers, like?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have seniors helping seniors.
Yes, but these are seniors, that are in our senior employment program, and it's just a great experience. It's a wonderful place to place them. The work that is done there is just so productive and so important, and keeping people in their homes and giving the individuals that might be shut in a chance to get out and be with others and have recreation and a good meal. It's just a tremendous opportunity, and it also saves the taxpayers by keeping people in their home.
I should have brought you on the show too today. Linda, I just said something, and I want to come right back to it. I said seniors helping seniors. How important do you think it is having volunteers of people similar age to the people that are debilitated or that are at the program that need help? Does that seem to work out pretty well?
It does, and I think Karen sees to it that they do that, don't they, Karen?
Absolutely. We really enjoy Linda's program, and Linda and I have worked together for many years, and we've had seniors helping seniors in our program.
That's terrific.
And even some seniors that have been referred to us from different centers like LDA and the Resource Center, they've really blossomed there.
Great. Well, it's a win-win-win for everybody, isn't it?
It is.
So what's going on in your world? You going down to the Ice Fest today?
Well, I drove by. It looked beautiful yesterday evening, and I can't wait to get there. They certainly have had challenges with this weather.
Well, we've seen it go the wrong way, but it looks like they're holding.
Oh, they did. They had it surrounded with sand and snow and tarps and stuff when we had those high temperatures. Congratulations to everybody who worked on it, all the volunteers and the people at the chamber.
Yeah.
They did a terrific job.
Super. So tell us what's going on this week with your program and anything you want to talk about real quick?
Well, we have, as usual, our senior computer training for anybody in the area at the Westfield Patterson Library and also at the Brockton Ohio Library, and we are always taking referrals and working with people to help them find a better job or find a job.
Okay, super. Well, Lynn, enjoy the weekend and a happy President's Day weekend.
Well, happy President's Day weekend to you. Also, I want to mention that there are other services with the Chautauqua County Office for the Aging.
Go for it.
And the telephone number is 753-4471.
There it is, magically popped up. All right, take care. We'll talk to you again soon.
Okay, maybe I'll see you at the castle.
You never know where I'll be. Okay, Lynn, take care.
You too.
All right. Well, there's a good endorsement right there, wasn't it? All right. So let's pop up a few more pictures, and this is good. It kind of gives us a little feel for what's going on. So, Jeff, whatever we got. Oh, favorite activity. Okay, go ahead. Somebody.
So on the screen, there are some crafts going on. So not only is there kind of woodworking making the birdhouses, but they're also painting them at this point.
Now, who pays for all these materials and things? Is that part of the program?
Part of the program.
We also depend highly on foundations, too, as well. Being a nonprofit organization, the foundations in Chautauqua County support us, and we're very grateful for that as well.
You know, when you think about it, that we have seniors that have given all their lives and supported programs or donated or whatever, and it's their time to kind of, their turn to get the favor back, you know, the good stuff. So that's great. All right, next picture.
Well, I love this picture
I'm
because
trying to
I'm a
figure out what I'm
craft.
looking at here. What are they doing?
Well, if you look at the picture, what they're doing is they're making a reef.
Oh, I know what
But
they
you
are.
can see
Yes.
how much fun they're having. If you know, you can see that she's just so happy to have that beautiful reef in front of her and the staff that work with her. So these reefs are amazing, and some of the things that our seniors make are just amazing, and we are so thankful for the staff that are so crafty as well.
You know, what I'm looking at are pictures of people that are busy, they're industrious, they work with their hands, their minds. With people that maybe are a little bit more limited, what do you do for them that maybe can't do the wreaths? Do you have things for them as well? I mean, everybody's not going to do the same thing, I'm assuming.
No, I mean, we try to play into what people's interests are. There's some people that are so crafty that love crafts. There's some people that, you know, are very interested in crafts, but maybe their fingers don't work as well. So, you know, we do have the staffing that we can offer to assist. You know, they do within their means and what they can handle, and if they need a little bit of help, that's what the staff is there for.
Okay, so everybody can participate at some level.
Yeah, and you know, we play to their strengths, we play into what they want to do.
Okay, what we got going here?
Well, this is our activity center in Dunkirk, and as you can see, this is their morning activity. They all get together and pledge allegiance and talk about their day and what's going to happen throughout the day.
And with that too, they also go over, you know, highlights of the paper because, you know, if you have vision loss or anything like that, we go, you know, they'll kind of read some bits of the paper to them.
So like current events?
Yes.
What's going on in your world? Oh no. Field trip. Look at this one. Look at that face.
Yeah.
They are excited.
This is our bus, one of our buses.
Wow.
And so we transport the folks, as we talked about earlier, to their home and have the escort in the back there. You have a young escort in the back that helps them individually. We also do community recreation, so we're out in the community. So this could be going over to lunch, maybe at Davison's or Meters or wherever.
Meters is good.
So they love Meters and the pie there, they rave about.
Now, I see one gentleman there, he's in a tie. He's ready to go out and kick up his heels. That's great.
It could be a party day too because we celebrate all of the holidays, we celebrate everybody's birthday. So, I mean, we're always having fun events going on
What's
too.
not to like?
Yeah.
All right, so now, again, getting back to my question earlier about if you're a wheelchair, you can get on that bus, right? Somewhere along the way.
Absolutely.
Okay. And now, all the activities are pretty similar at all the 4 sites?
No.
Okay.
Depending on the site, because each site is different and each site has a different type of population. So maybe in the Jamestown site, someone loves to do puzzles, but Dunkirk hates puzzles. They like to sew. One of our newest things is that we've been having sewing machines donated to us. So we started having sewing groups, and some of the groups have actually made drapes for one of the clients or have made quilts. So we're just expanding. You know, it's not for people just to come play bingo. I just want to make sure people understand that. Well, you know, we're looking at a younger generation. We have a lot to offer.
Okay. Usually I give folks an opportunity for a pitch. Is there something you're looking for donations right now as far as equipment, materials, surplus stuff, you know, things that sit in people's attics that you could use?
Well, we always appreciate donations, especially for our bingo program as well. So when we do play bingo, but you know, we're always open to any donations or to give us a call if you have something. And if we can't use it, we probably know someone who can. And I think the most important thing when we close is that every day is a good day at Chautauqua Adult Day Services.
I bet it is. I bet it is. Remember, I told you this show's going to go really fast, and we are down to the last minute. So how about one more picture, and then we're going to wrap things up here. So there's the information about your programs. So we got one more picture, Jeff? Just a candid shot? Here we go. All right, and there's back in Jamestown, I believe, another view of it all. Okay, folks. We'll start with Andrea, and then we'll let the boss lady finish up. So Andrea, what would you like for folks to know? How about a phone number one more time and what they should do?
I can be contacted at 665-4899, option 2, extension 3. If you know anybody, if you have somebody in mind, if you yourself would just like to get out of the house more, give me a call and we'll come up with something.
Now, you're in Jamestown. How about the Dunkirk people? How do they get hold
You
of
can call me too if you want, because I also work in Dunkirk.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, and Karen, you get the last say.
I just want to say thank you for having us today.
Absolutely. I'm looking
And
forward to the show.
this is really a great opportunity to let our program shine here in Chautauqua County. So thank you, and remember, give us a call, Chautauqua Adult Day Services, where every day is a good day.
Excellent. Okay, that's all I got to say on the matter right now. And ladies, thanks for coming out on your Saturday morning. I'm Doc Hamels. You've been listening to Andrea Polowy and Karen Lux from the Chautauqua Adult Day Services program all over the Chautauqua County. So check them out. If not, I'm going to come to your door and knock on it and say, why haven't you? We'll see you again next Saturday right here on Access 5 at 9 a.m. Check out the Mayville festivities and anything else that's in your community. So take care, be well, and enjoy the warm weather that's coming up. I'll see you next time. Bye now.